Welcome to the Building Newfoundland and Labrador podcast, dedicated to exploring the interesting journeys of the people in the provincial construction industry. Presented by the Newfoundland and Labrador Construction Association, produced by Gale Force Winds. Join us as we chat with the inspirational individuals that ensure the continued growth of the construction industry and the province of Newfoundland and Labrador.
And welcome to the Newfoundland and Labrador Construction Association podcast. I'm Alan Dale, Jerry Carew. We're certainly excited to be here on day one, and this is the Women in Construction Day. It's an exciting day here. Carol, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Carol Molloy, and I live in the town of Come By Chance. Recently been acclaimed as mayor, so I've been in that role for a few months. I've been part of the NLCA for a number of years. I've been in the industry for approximately 20 years. And even more recently, I've started my own business, which is Molloy's Premium Consulting. And, I help companies who are looking to get their safety up to check, and quality, disability management, and so on.
So, Carol, so you're a consultant now. You've been in and around this industry for a long time.
Yes.
So now you have a different role. So as a consultant, you're trying to help many organizations on the safety front. You'll probably know firsthand from your previous time working within the industry, but now even more so as a consultant, the value that an industry association like the NLCA brings. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. There's so much value. The NLCA brings so many opportunities to member firms between the networking, education side of things, and just being able to bring the different companies together so that they can, learn off each other and certainly develop very strong relationships. And, it's certainly so much value to being a member of the NLCA. And they're always there to lend a hand and give any type of support to any member firms.
Yeah, you really picked up on a good point there, right? They tend to bring everybody together so that people can see the opportunities
Yes.
that are on the horizon, and then look at how their companies fit into that equation and maybe collaborate with each other along the way.
Oh, for sure. You meet so many people along the way, when you're working in an office and in the field. But when you have the conference and things like that, and right now we're here to start, the launch for the Women in Construction, which is very exciting for everyone.
First time for that.
It is. It's great. Way back when, a couple of years ago, when this first started, I was actually helping the ladies, to start this. And, I moved on and things like that, but I'm certainly here to support in any way that I can. And this is a very exciting time for us because there's not a lot of women in construction, whether it's, in the field, playing roles in the field, or whether it's doing administration in the office. Everyone plays a key role to everything that we do.
Not a lot of women in construction, as you say, but a lot of opportunities. Talk about the opportunities.
Oh, yes, there's many opportunities, and it's very exciting, yet challenging. It can be very intimidating for a woman to walk in on a construction site, as it is in any different type of industry, whether it's a construction site or, you're going to a new job. It doesn't matter what it is. But it's very rewarding. Support and respect go a long way on a site. And more so than ever, I've seen firsthand that, over the years, it's changed. And, the appreciation of women and the insight. We are great leaders in the construction industry. And, I've had the pleasure of mentoring many other young women along the way, and it's been great. So it's, there's so many opportunities out there. It's very exciting.
When you say you mentor them, just, what are some of the points that you would touch on when you're trying to help these young women?
There is a number of different things that we look at, but communication,
Right.
Support, respect, educating, and, really learning the ropes, getting in there. As I said, it can be very intimidating if you walk into a lunchroom where you have 20 or 30 men and it's your first time on site. You're probably just newly out of school, and it could be your very first job. So, giving them that little boost, and certainly helping them, with their confidence level, will bring them to greater heights for sure.
I like that, Alan, what you're saying, because it's not something as a man that I've thought about.
No.
A woman entering a room with 20 men,
Sure.
like, I can imagine that would be intimidating. So it's
It
really
can
nice
be.
of you to articulate that, because I think the men listening to this need to think about, their reaction and how they can make that person feel a lot more
Yes.
part of the team, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's everyone is excited when you have a new job or a new challenge. But for women in construction, there are many boundaries that we've faced. Whether it's being the minority on a job, pay equity is another one. Sometimes our counterparts, are the same level of qualifications and same experience as us, and quite often women don't get the same rate of pay as men.
Right.
And that's something that needs to be, really, really looked at. The value of the knowledge and the support that we bring as leaders in the construction industry is crucial to the success of every job that we touch.
Carol, I'm sorry, but I still can't fathom that is a thing in 2022, that a man might make more than a woman. I just find that really, really tough to swallow, frankly.
It is. It's still out there. Certainly not as prominent as years ago. But it is still there, and it does happen. But certainly we are making great strides, and you are seeing the numbers of women increase on job sites. And I'm looking forward to the conference, and being able to certainly network with many other females in the industry, business owners, and I've had the pleasure of meeting some female business owners over the past few months, and it's great to be able to bang some ideas off each other, because we have a different perspective on various things, and we're going to make great strides in the construction industry. I can tell you that.
Yeah, and I like the way that you highlighted some of the challenges, and also we see the opportunities on the horizon. But the challenges, we're hitting them head on, and
Yes.
this conference here today is a big piece of that, getting into the conversation around how to help people. Because what you described there, walking into that first job site, the first part of your sentence was, fresh out of school, might be your first job. Those two things are stressful enough.
Yes,
Right?
it is.
Let alone adding more
Sure.
complexities to it. So I'm glad we're having this conversation here today about a newly formed consulting company.
Yes.
What are you most excited about?
The networking is a big part of it. But right now, just being able to help companies get to the level that they need to be. A lot of times they struggle. We've seen COVID has had a huge effect on the ability to have full-time safety, full-time quality, full-time disability managers on site, or in the office, and being able to help them, guide them, and offer any assistance that I can along the way. I have 20 years of knowledge. I can't take the 20 years and put it all down on paper. But being able to assist in any way I can, whether it's a phone call, an email, a site visit, I'm there to help.
Yeah.
And I will continue to do that. And that is my goal at the end of the day, to make sure that they strive for excellence, for safety and quality, and whatever they do in their field.
Well, a wonderful conversation right here on the NLCA podcast. Women in construction is the theme today, and we're certainly happy to be in conversation with you, Carol. You bring a great perspective to it. You've got an awful lot of knowledge in the field and experience in the field. Starting a new company, coupled with the mayor of Come By Chance,
Yes.
all coming together for you. We wish you all the success in the world.
Thank you very much. It's been a
you.
pleasure to meet with you both today.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you for tuning in to the Building Newfoundland and Labrador podcast, presented by the Newfoundland and Labrador Construction Association, produced by Gale Force Winds.